You're listening to The Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Live at ICD Brookfield Place, the place to be.
Right, and what is very rapidly becoming one of our favourite reports for what it tells us about employment here in the UAE comes out of Cooper Fitch. It is their employment report in which they have a look at the rate of job creation that they're seeing with their clients. Lovely proxy indicator there. The Q3 report is very nearly out, at least it will be after this interview. We are taking a sneak first peek with the CEO, Trefor Murphy. Trefor, good morning. It's lovely to see you.
Yeah, good morning, Brandy.
And thank you for coming down here to enjoy somebody else's hospitality with us.
Beautiful. Yeah, stunning building.
It is indeed. Stunning building, interesting numbers. Before we get into the numbers, though, I'm going to switch it around this time. Let's start with the overarching tone of your report.
Yeah.
Because over and over again, when you're talking about Gulf employers, you are talking about tight control. You are talking about uncertainties. You are talking about strategic hiring.
Yes.
You are talking about necessary hiring. It's a very careful sort of report. What's the story?
I guess it's probably still the numbers are pretty good overall, but the organizations are being very prudent. We're seeing where we had seen historically some areas with large growth. We're seeing a bit of consolidation, a bit of rationalization in some areas. But I think it's a prudent time. And I think just over 1% growth across the GCC is very nominal, but I think it's become a stable, prudent market.
Okay, we are going to get into the numbers. I'm interested, though, in that feeling of the words.
Yeah.
You say uncertainties numerous times. What are companies uncertain about?
I guess they're, look at when you've got rapid growth very quickly in a very short period of time, you get a point where organizations have to just consolidate, making sure that their products are being received well in the market. And we've seen thousands of organizations been set up, tens of thousands of organizations in the UAE, and probably between 5,000 and 10,000 organizations in Saudi every year. Mm-hmm. So it is phenomenal growth. And I think that organizations are being prudent, are being careful, are being a bit more strategic, want to see operational gains for hires made, want to make sure they're managing their cost base. It's been a bit of a flavor for maybe the last 3 or 4 quarters, but it's not blind growth. It's stop, grow.
Is it something that needed to happen, or is it a canary in the coal mine?
I think it's something that needs to happen. I think it's just an element of a market where, there is increased cost and pressures to ensure that organizations are maintaining or staying profitable. That's not in every sector. Some have very nice margins, but others are tight on margin and need to make sure that everything that they do is making sense.
Okay. Well, let's look at how that is translating into actual hiring.
Yeah.
The UAE, 3% job creation increase quarter on quarter. It is the fastest in the growth.
Yes.
But people are putting our population growth here at anything between sort of 5 and 6 or 7%. Are we creating jobs fast enough?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Look, I think we're creating jobs as fast as we can with a careful, prudent market, as fast as we can. We're certainly not creating jobs for the volume of people coming in, and that's a 3-year phenomenon, not a quarter 3 this year phenomenon. And I think that is set to continue. I think organizations are doing well. 3% double Saudi's growth, 3 times the other GCC countries' growth. So very strong, but not enough.
It's not enough. What are the knock-on effects then of that not being enough?
Professionals changing their career to come here. Dentists becoming real estate agents. It's as wild as that. And sometimes that's based on the potential massive upside in some areas of real estate in terms of the selling side of things. But it's people want to come here and the desire is strong enough that they're willing to take a sideways step, take a backward step, take a step with no job.
Are you seeing it? And I know we ask this every time, but try and put some numbers or percentages on it for me. Are we seeing it weigh into wages? Are we seeing it weigh into the hiring cycle, the decision-making period?
Yeah, I think inevitably both. I think so. 2025, we predicted. Sorry, the data predicted 0% growth in the UE, first time ever. We're busy working big numbers to look at our 2026 numbers. There could be a slight contraction.
Negative growth?
There could be in salary, yeah. So good job growth, not keeping up with the supply. Soft market in terms of salaries, so salaries could contract into 2026. Sorry, that is without seeing all the data, but just indicatively, that's the feeling that we're getting back from market.
Saudi, 1.5%, so we're going to call that fairly flat job creation. Is that the reconfiguring of major projects? What's the bigger story?
I'd say this is the second full quarter, maybe even third quarter we're entering into where it's the reconfiguring of projects. Yeah, private sector is booming in Saudi, but some of the bigger ticket projects, mega giga, are certainly looking at consolidation, I think.
What does that mean for people, consultants, everyone else who has moved into Saudi? Are they flooding back into the rest of the Gulf? Are they going back to Europe? What's happening?
A consulting market is very challenging at the moment. We've seen a further 4% drop in the management consultant strategy piece, and that is 7 drops in the last 7 quarters. As part of our practice area, that was probably the consulting market was about 70% of our total book of business. We're on the consulting side. It's very small, less than 10.
We are going to have to leave it there, and I know there's some good news in here. We're seeing tick up, unsurprisingly, in AI jobs, in digital jobs. You mentioned real estate, massively well-performing sector. That report is going to be out a little bit later online. We did want to dig into the numbers, though. Thank you for joining me for that this morning, Trefor.
Thank you.